Sensors are everywhere now. You might use an accelerometer for basic orientation, or pair it with a magnetometer for improved motion tracking. Or maybe your application requires environmental data, biometrics, or some other kind of sensing. There are a ton of sensors and platforms to pick from, but for this video, I have a sensor eval kit from ROHM that is really easy to use and is great for quickly prototyping or proving a concept for things like new IoT devices. The kit includes an Arduino shield that lets you plug in combinations of these 8 sensor modules so that you can create the platform you need for whatever you're building. The sensor modules include an accelerometer, a pressure sensor, a magnetometer, a proximity and ambient light sensor, a color sensor, a heart rate sensor, a Hall sensor, and a temperature sensor. The shield has 8 slots, 2 analog, 1 GPIO, and 5 I2C. But actually 6 of the sensors work on I2C, so you won't be able to use all 8 modules at the same time. To use the sensors you want though, you just plug them in and pull the relevant example code into the Arduino IDE. To monitor temperature, for example, I just plug in the temperature sensor into the shield, and then I plug that into my Arduino. And upload the example code to my Arduino, and then I get data back on the serial monitor. But if I want to add more, I just plug in those sensors and pull the example code into one file. So I'll add the pressure sensor, the magnetometer, the proximity and ambient light sensor, the color sensor, and the accelerometer. And on the IDE, all I've done is copied over the relevant bits of code and made a few tweaks for readability. This is mostly just copy and paste. So I can upload that and then check the serial monitor, and you can see all of the inits first and then the data coming in. One thing to note is that the pressure sensor has an integrated temperature sensor for temperature compensation, and you can see there's a slight difference between that temperature measurement and the reading from the analog temperature sensor. I also wanted to show the heart rate sensor just briefly because I think it's pretty interesting. So I've swapped all my hardware, I've uploaded the example code, and if I place my finger on the sensor, you'll see here in the serial plotter instead of the serial monitor, my heart rate data. So you can see that in a matter of a few minutes, that mostly consisted of plugging in modules and loading example code, I have a platform that I can test out sensors and very easily start prototyping. I used an Arduino in the example for its simplicity, but the kit is of course compatible with other platforms such as Mbed that use the Arduino Shield footprint. And for more information on ROHM's sensor evaluation kit and each of the included sensors, visit rohm.com.